I mean, I don't, and
Yeah.
the thing is there's information like that's out, and the thing is people are scared of truth. I don't know like why people are scared of truth, but people are scared of truth. Information, all this information is out, and like you can tell this to someone, but they'll be like, no, 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 no. You can share the link with them, and they still won't click that link. Like it's a click away, a touch it,
yeah,
touch
they
it, and
don't
it will
want to
give
see the
you
truth.
the truth. And
Yeah,
like
like I said,
go
they're
ahead.
doing these 6 hour long goddamn streams, and they're arguing with themselves, and they never solve anything. Everybody still leaves with their same preconceived ideas. And like I said, it's a 15-minute fucking video.
Right.
15 minutes. You could have saved yourself all that energy and, but like you say, they don't want to see the truth.
Mm-hmm. And it's like I mean,
They want to
I don't
stay.
know. I don't know how it works, but I don't know like how people let people talk people into stuff like religion. It's like you can like the it's crazy. This book says this is the holy word. Who wrote it? God wrote it. Or men wrote it that was instructed by God to write it. Right? Okay. Well, who were those men? Nobody is like really searching for those men who was giving the message to write those books.
And people go to church all their life and they don't even believe in God. They're just going there to feel part of the so-called community. Is just, going to church to see what everybody's wearing or something. I don't know.
You just want to be a part of something. And it's just like you can be part of something bigger, but you're going to something that's one, misleading you, two, not of your people. Because I don't care what anybody say, the Bible is not speaking of colored people. And if they're not speaking of colored people, they're not talking about white people. So that's the crazy thing about it. They're not talking about white people. They're not talking about the manufacturer of the color people, but they know they're talking about somebody that have the feet of brass, which still is not saying anything because he could still be Caucasian with the feet of brass. He could have gotten a fucking mean fucking tan. We see Donald Trump looking orange all the fucking time. So it's like, and brass is not always dark. So we can, I mean, just not saying, I mean, just saying it can be anything. That could be a description of any fucking thing he was talking about or whatever. At the end of the day, when you actually research the people who did the editorial of these books, which is actually out there, then you can understand that they fucking fooled you because there is no God. I'm not saying there isn't a creator. I'm saying their interpretation of what they given as a God is not a God. Because what they given us was lies and stories that came from another culture. It's cool. Stories might have been true, but you fucked up, switched them up, and made them for a whole different set of people. So at this point, we still can't believe you. You can look up I mean, we already know the 1611 King James obviously wrote that. You can look up the Old Testament. Saint Jerome wrote that, and that came from the Latin Vulgate. Um, Erasmus wrote the New Testament, which he took from the Old Testament and added some Greek within it. And that's why you got shit that sounds like fucking Shakespeare. So it's like people can actually like research this stuff. Like it's out there. It's there.
Yeah.
You can research it. These
It's a
books,
way of dividing people and further dividing people, dividing the divisions,
right?
the old, yeah, divide and conquer.
Hmm. I just don't know what it is because it's crazy because my my little niece, she's like 13 years old, and she don't even believe in Santa. She don't even believe the whole Jesus was born on the 25th. She said some shit that I never thought of my whole life. And she is 13 years old. She said, I don't believe that he was born on the 25th. Well, the main reason why, because all the pictures of them having him outside or him being born outside, I mean, born on the 25th is outside. And that would just be too cold for a baby to be born outside. And I was just like, oh, you're right. I was like, you're right. I was just like, yo, like, wow. So I start looking up shit, and every story or every Bible story they have, oh, Jesus was born in the winter of this, and it was cold, and it was this, and they had to travel with him and go here with this, and da da da. And I'm just like, I think the story my niece just gave me was better. It just made more sense. It just made more sense. I mean,
Apparently, it was the birthday of Mithras, December 25th.
there you go.
And they
Right.
just,
Yeah. I know he wasn't born there, but to think that in this day and age, a 13-year-old can relay that message. You see what I'm saying? Like, wow.
well, then that tells me that there's more hope that the younger people aren't buying the shit. Like, when I went to school, we believed everything, you know?
Mm,
We
yeah.
believed evolution in school
Mm-hmm.
and shit like that.
Yeah. I damn near was a believer when they told me that. However, I didn't believe we evolved from fucking animals. I mean, not animals, but um monkeys. I just don't believe in that because monkeys are still monkeys to this day. They're not evolving into something else and staying that. Like they're still monkeys. So I would never believe that shit. However, I know we have some of similar DNA to the Regis or monkey. Um, so I mean I'm not blind to that point, but us coming from monkeys or evolving from monkeys, no, I don't think that's evolution. I think of the gaining of experience is evolution. What I mean by that is to go into a better explanation is okay, you would say you can ask a question at to someone at the age of 18 and say, how is life? Right? They would say, okay, I'm going to school, I'm doing this, I'm da da da, da da da, got this, and da da da, which just sounds like a fucking teen with a whole bunch of fucking responsibilities, right? So you can go to a person that's 30 years old and say, how is life? And you're going to get a whole different perspective, a whole different perspective. It doesn't adds up to the system. It doesn't. But the crazy thing is, it's that experience that made you change, that made you evolve into something different, because without that experience you probably wouldn't have had that experience to have a good experience within that nature, to have a bad experience within that nature, to have a maybe even better experience within that nature, because there's levels to this, there's always layers and levels to this. So you can have a good, great, better, or bad, worse, hard, experience, But without those experiences, you wouldn't have gave that answer as if you was 18 years old. It's kind of dope. I like that.
Yeah. So, in some ways, small children are wiser than adults.
Oh, of course, they have to be. They come out telling y'all what to do. Or us. They come out telling us what to, no. As soon as they catch on to the language, no. They let us know. No. At the end of the day, we got to realize everything that we have, we installed into them. So they are going to take it, they are the upgrade of us, and they are going to take it to the next level. But just because they are babies doesn't mean like, oh, they don't know. No, they know. They're just reborn and they have to catch on. That's all it is. It's just another learning process. We all have those learning process. If you start a game over, you still have to go through that process that you've been on before. And if you already learned it, then you can go past it with no sweat. I would say. unless you just one of those people who keep dying on the same spot of, just to say Mario 3, you just keep dying on that one same spot. And you one of those people, then you're gonna have to figure out a way to get over that spot. But yeah. Hold on real quick. Use the bathroom. I
Have have you have you noticed the Trump double?
the what?
The Trump double. Like I've seen the guy speaking sometimes, and it's not Trump. He has a double.
Oh, the double, yeah. The blue tie, red tie, Trump.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's blue tie, red tie, but I've seen him talking, and I could tell right away by his mannerisms and the way certain words sound that it's not Trump.
Well, I mean, I personally think it's blue tie, red tie because the mannerisms and the story of everything changed. When he's blue tie, everything is cool. When he's red tie, everything is fired up. Now, when he's blue tie and he's getting fired up, something is going on. If he's red tie and he's chill, something is going on. We just don't know. You just got to pay attention because
Yeah, I
those are.
guess it's code.
Go ahead.
It's code to the other controllers. I guess all that. It's all in code.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if blue tie's red tie, then you know something's gonna happen. Is that what you're thinking? Like something? There's going to be some kind of event or something.
I mean, not more of like something like is gonna happen, just like something is happening, like between the families, or something higher up is going on. Somebody either lost a bet or something because you start seeing shit happening. I mean, when Trump starts speaking, and then all of a sudden a fucking country just get bombarded with fucking bullshit. Like, huh? Cali start fucking getting these fires that's coming out of nowhere and it's not even hot. None of that makes sense. Like, it just don't make sense. China's like started these riots that's been like going on for the longest. It's just crazy. Yeah, it's live now. Um, I had just made it live. I mean, this is my first time. Like I told you, like I didn't know what this shit was, but like we wanted a live channel, so I was just like, let's go live. What up? I had to go live, man. Like I got tired of that shit, so it's like I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it. I'm sorry. It did. It did. I mean, like the Jonas session was cool. It was cool, but it was just like, what are we watching? What are we watching? What like what's going on? So I couldn't stand over there like so long. I was just like, all right, like I'll I'll try to do a stream or whatever. So here we go. But yeah, me and Eggplant, we was building for a good minute. What's going on? What's going on? Um, yeah, me and homie, we was building for a good minute. Even though I did call him fruit like 30 times, like in the other chat. Like, I mean, and I don't mean no offense or nothing. I mean, we was all joking. But, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Eggplant. Yeah, but I finally got this to work, so I was just like, all right, cool. But yeah, we was building, it was cool, and we actually have similar outlooks, to quite a few things. So hey, I can't call him fruit no more because I respect the dude. Like for real, I can't. And like it's just real man stuff. I can't even call him fruit no more. I gotta call him eggplant. That's his name. Fuck, gotta call him that. Get respect when it's due. But yeah, like that. Yeah. You gonna make me laugh. But yeah, that shit was funny though. We was getting lit in there, like we was going crazy. Like, man, if y'all would have seen me on camera at that point, man, y'all would see nothing but tears in my eyes. Oh shit. Right. Right, exactly. Me too. I forgot to roll my blunt. Y'all made me forget. Y'all made me forget to roll my second blunt. And I was just sitting here laughing at y'all. And I was just like, I mean, I know I was in it too, but I was just like, yo, this shit is funny. I don't even need to roll this blunt. Da 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 da. Da, da, da. And after it like died down a little bit, I looked down. I was just like, man, I had like a pile of weed on my desk. It was just like, nigga. Come back up. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Anybody can come up. Anybody. Do I need to throw the link? Let me see if I can throw the link. Let me see what I can. Shit. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me go ahead and get this shit ready. Man, I'm learning. Man, I feel like an old man with this bullshit. Yeah, we were all joking. It was all joking. It was cool. I ain't tripping. It wasn't nothing that serious. It wasn't nothing that serious. That's why, like, when he came through, when he came through on the panel, I was just like, "Yo, oh, that's cool." He was joking. We just start building, and I was just like, "That's crazy," because, like, after building with him, like, we had some of the same, standpoints and views on things. So, that's how I became to respect the man. But yeah, man. Oh, let me go ahead and add you. My fault. My fault. I forgot. I'm controlling the shit, so I gotta add. I ain't used to this shit. Oh, mute. Hold on. Oh, okay. You chose to mute. So you gotta mute. But yeah, man, that was cool. That was a good little bill we did, man. I'm glad we actually had that. That's pretty dope. So I don't want to be boring and stuff, but like what y'all want to talk about? Like, what's up? Like, we need some peoples and stuff. That's what we need. Got you.
What up, you guys?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Man, I just when I went to Sir Drop's channel,
Mm-hmm.
right? All I saw was silence and just like background noise and nobody talking. And I was just watching Platinum like right there, like, huh? What's going on here? So I was confused. So I just started joking around. I just started like, let's play with the chat.
Yeah, we was over there for a minute, but it was like, like I guess the video was going on, whatever. We was just like, yo, like what's going on? Like I guess we wanted to build on something else. think that like what ultimately what it was. So we was just cracking jokes and stuff. And then ultimately, like I was like, all right, let's just let me create one of these joints and so here we
And
are.
I was just improvising. Everybody was saying that was
Yeah,
funny. I
yeah,
mean,
that
I was like, I didn't know what was going on, so I just like, okay, let's do it.
was
The chat was lit up.
man, it was pretty cool. Plant face, come on, man, get on mic, man. Unmute yourself.
How's it going, Miss Al?
Hey, what's up, dude?
How's the
Yeah,
boy doing?
He's growing up. He's getting big, heavy. He's 7 months, 7.5.
Little
You're cutting off.
It's kind of breaking up a bit. Can't hear too good.
okay,
I can hear you.
all right.
You know I'm Canada dummy, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, you know I'm
Yeah.
Canada
I already.
dummy, right?
Yeah. I knew that was the Canada joke. You know, Canada. Yeah. Yeah. I knew it was you meant Canada. But was that what was puzzling
I'm
me? I don't know
gonna
if I
put
was
a. I'm,
Where you are, Sir Drops stream, that hanger, I don't know if that was floating or just too high. That hanger in the background was, I don't know.
That hanger was floating forever.
Yeah, correct.
That shit was just posted. It was like,
I know. Man, it was like,
Oh,
yeah.
I'll show you what it is. I got some mason line strung through the room, and I put my symbols on the hanger, and then I hung the hanger on the line.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I saw the symbols.
I'll turn the camera on and show you.
that shit looked invincible. I was like,
Yeah.
how is that hanger is hanging? Like, it was like posted.
Yeah, I just kept staring at it. Like, I kept looking at the TV. Like, is that?
I'm sorry, that was funny as hell, bro. I had to speak on the hanger. It was just posted in the back, and I was just like, "Yo,
Yeah, yeah. I was like look at it. It was just stamped there. You know, like, is this CGI? Is this CGI?
right."
You know, I don't know about these Canadians and the technology.
I didn't give a fuck if there was a hanger in the background. I was just like, what? Like, it's just right there. It don't look like it was hanging on anything or like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Can you hear it?
But what happened to But what happened to Sir Drop? He fell asleep.
I'm pretty sure he fell asleep.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
He always fell asleep. He always fell asleep.
He's done that in the past.
Many
It ain't the first, second, or third.
times.
You know, I did that once too. I was in the panel and I fell asleep. They heard me snoring and shit. It was funny.
Man, I just don't want to get caught doing that.
Were you guys listening to it?
Yeah.
Were you guys
I caught it earlier.
listening?
I caught it early. To what?
Were you listening before you came here, Misael?
Just a little bit because I just got home that time.
Oh,
because I was gonna start.
It was getting crazy over there.
Was it? I missed the whole thing. Like I didn't cut nothing. I call it silence. Like, what's going on? And I see Quentin in the chat. Like, what's going on? He was confused too. He was confused about the anger too. That anger, it's gonna haunt you forever.
That hanger, it was legendary. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. That hanger was legendary. That shit was hanging up, and that shit like it was just posted in the back like fuck you. Like I'm hanging right here, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, it's
So look what I can do.
Right, look what I can do, and you can't. That's dope. No, that's dope.
Hey, Chris.
What's up?
How old are you?
Yeah, that's my low budget my low budget drum kit.
What? 23?
33.
Oh, 33. All right. I'm gonna be in March 43.
Nice. Oh, yeah. You got 9 over me. You know.
Yeah.
You my OG.
Man, I can't believe I am, but yeah.
I mean, age ain't nothing but gracefulness.
Oh, there's the
that's how I look at it.
Like Sir Drop is like a year and a half older than me. Dojo, we're the same age. See, he's your age, I think, or probably a year older. But yeah, we're the old heads.
Yeah, y'all the OGs.
I
Y'all
see you got a tarot reader in the chat.
oh, we do? Oh,
Love
love me.
me more. Is
Oh,
she the
she's
tarot
dope.
reader?
All right.
She's dope. How you doing, Ma? Shout out to Love Me. She's dope. She's cool. She's super cool. I love her. I love her energy.
She should come up too.
Yeah,
Why not? We're
yeah.
all
She
up
can
here.
come up. Hold on. Like the link is
Jo-
up there. You can come up here, Ma.
join the lounge.
Come on,
We're
Queen.
just we're just chatting live.
We just chatting.
Literally, right? Literally.
Right. Literally. We just chatting, building, it's whatever. We can, this is free chat. This is real rap. This is what it's called, real rap. Just speaking about real stuff.
And every time I hear that word, literally, it's just becoming a inside joke now. If you ask me.
Right.
So you do music?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Huey's on that word big time now.
Oh, here we. Plant face. What instruments do you play?
Well, when I was
I got.
through oh,
I
my
get.
fault. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh,
Well,
any,
play.
any.
I got the 100-year-old clarinet. I got a bass clarinet, and I got a couple guitars and a mandolin. A couple
Guitars.
drums.
Be more specific on guitars. What do you mean?
Oh, just acoustic guitars.
Okay.
I love this drum.
Is it like a double string acoustic? You got nylon strings, metal strings.
Metal.
All right.
I just bought a small body guitar. This drum's pretty nice.
Oh yeah. You know the design of that, right? It looks like a Taurus field.
See how? Yeah, it's like an hourglass, and yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the flower of life. The spiral.
Yeah, and that's the shape of the note too. That's the shape of the note makes.
Mm-hmm.
So like this it sounds good, but when you turn it sideways, it's a weapon.
Right.
Sounds crazy, but and
you have you don't put anything in there, like the stuffing in there, like a blanket or something.
Yeah, that's how.
See it.
You know how you do with drums?
And when you see when the bottom's open, that lets the sound out, eh?
Right.
So the sound kind of goes like this.
I mean, well, it kind of like it's not like supposed to sound. It's kind of like depends on the sound you actually want, because actually putting a cloth or something over that kind of temperaments the sound in a different way. So it'll give you a different sound field, or it might even give you a different octave, just depending on how much is covered.
Yeah, you don't want it like that covered, just a little bit, because you want to make the sound like kind of stop, not just keep vibrating. So that helps it keep it in rhythm. Because it's all the same.
I bought an interesting instrument this year.
A harmonica.
I bought a bandura this year. It's a 56 bandura.
Oh.
It's a 56 string Ukrainian instrument.
You have it?
I'll go get it.
Yeah, that's right. the quality on that sound is like excellent. It's like no other.
56 strings.
Yeah, that's
See,
right.
it's
56. The way the design is like amazing.
see,
It has all the.
it's got the neck. The neck, it 8 strings on the neck,
Uh,
and
has
the
frets.
rest, it's like a harp. The rest of it.
Okay.
It's not in tune right now, but
Can you tune it with like with your ear?
you can go.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I know you know how to tune. He dropped off.
What's up?
Anyways, Fruit of Loom.
Right, for the one. I'm gonna drop in a link in the chat to my EP that I released in October.
Oh, okay.
Since you asked about the about music.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that. Damn.
So you were born. You're from the East Coast, right? You went down to the West,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
In Cali, California. What part of Cali?
LA.
What part of LA?
Well, I would say South LA. Well, I'm like right
That's my
like
hometown.
right.
South Central LA.
I'm like on the neck of like Inglewood and
I know that. Yeah, so I grew up like on Florence, Manchester,
right. Yes. Florence is
Normandy,
not far from me. Yeah.
yeah,
No,
and the
North.
UFC area, but LA Coliseum, the sports arena, I was all over the place over in that area.
Right. Yeah.
South Central LA, yeah.
Yes,
South
sir.
LA.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
I was there when the riots started.
Yeah, man, that's when I was like most informed on like LA. I was just like, man, like what's going on out in LA? Because I was just like, I really never like just me being from New York, I never really seen like a city like kind of like rocked how hard like we rock. So I was just like, what happened? So I had to do all this damn research and shit. Man, y'all was going hard as fuck, and nobody don't even know how hard y'all was going, man. Like,
Oh
y'all,
yeah,
bro, 40s with the 50s, 50s with the 60s, 60s with this, that with that, Florence with this,
yep.
Florence with the blacks. It was like, bro, I was
And
just
blue and the red.
whoa, yeah, the blue and the red. It was just like, whoa, it went from colors, skin colors, to colors, to skin colors, to what? And it was wild, but it was history.
It was history. It's because a lot of people that lived in LA were more cultural people. They lived in packs. They stay with their own community, pretty much. You know,
Yeah.
me who I grew up in South Central LA. Well, I seen more, dark people than light skinned people. You know,
Mhm.
the school I went to, um, it was like maybe 90% black people and the rest is other.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because I went to a magnet school from 5th to 12th. So I graduated in the same school, same friends. I have all kinds of friends. But So, and that school was in West LA, so I was all over the place. I was even in the Hollywood area, Culver City,
Yeah.
Burbank, Glendale, all those areas. Been all over the
Those nice
place.
areas. Those nice areas.
Yeah.
Culver
What I
City
miss,
is
what I miss, I missed the baseball games, the Dodger games at Elysian Park, because the barbecues. Everybody was,
Dodger game is dope. I just
yeah,
hate how they took over the Dodgers. Well, how I hate what they did to make the Dodger Stadium.
yeah, yeah,
And if nobody don't really know what I'm talking about, basically the land that the Dodger Stadium sits on, Mexicans own that land. And what they
yeah,
did come and literally gave them a bargain, and the Mexicans that own that land did not agree to that bargain. So what they did was literally physically go in and pull them out their home off that land, and basically just stripped them of the land and their homes and everything, and took over that land. And then they started constructing the land for the stadium, or the
oh,
basically the platform for the stadium.
literally covering it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I know that.
definitely. That's
That
my
was
hometown.
that was fucked up. That's the only reason why, like, I really I would love to go to a Dodgers game, but it was just like now, like at this point, like I can't
Oh yeah,
support
it's
it.
not the same anymore.
Right.
It's not the same anymore. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not the same. Yeah. I remember back when I used to just pay $2 and just go all the way to the top to go see a Dodger game. Or sometimes go to the hills. You can still see
Mhm.
the game
You
from the
still.
hills. You
Mhm.
know, that's what's up. But now I live in Las Vegas. I'm in Vegas.
Nice.
So I've been here for a minute. Oh, he's back.
Right, right. Thank you, love me. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Oh, you put the link up there. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That was the basically that's the EP that I released in October on my birthday this previous year in 2019. Me and my team, well, basically me and my producer, we basically put together that project. We both composed the beats and engineered and mastered everything, and we just we put it out. So
Is that the sirens?
yeah, that's out here, man.
I was used to that. I was used to that. Yeah, and the ghetto bird.
Yeah.
For reals. I used to see all kinds of shit. Man.
Thank you, love me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I do drop a little bit of knowledge on some of those songs. Basically, like I do have this one song, Cypher Central, where I'm just like, why do you work for the ops? Who got control of your block? Um, and just letting people know, like, you got the power. Stop, resorting to these stuff. But just giving people, their own power to them, besides giving it to other things.
Yeah, that's a good message. I mean, we just got to remind her like there's no progress without struggle, you know. So you'll know what it takes. You know, man, you got me on on memory lane right now. I'm thinking about the good times, man. Because I miss all my homies. I miss all my homies back home
Where do you live at now?
in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. No.
Yeah, Las Vegas. I'm like near Northtown.
No, no.
So
One of my best female friends, she's out there in Vegas right now. She's chilling. I forgot what part she's in actually, but she's in Vegas. You know, she's doing her stuff, so she's chilling. That's cool.
there's a lot of people here.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people in Vegas. A lot.
it-
Yeah. It's overlooking like LA traffic.
Mhm.
The 405.
Oh my god. Fuck that. Vibe. Especially if you're coming from the south, fuck that
Yeah,
405.
for real. For real.
Yeah. Crazy thing is like when I first moved out here in 2000, 2013.
Damn.
And when I moved out here, I started doing delivery for dental products, dental merchandise and stuff. So I basically used to deliver to a lot of the dental offices all the way from Irvine, going all the way up to El Monte or
Oh, you're hating it.
the
You're
Valley
hating it.
or the Valley.
Oh, you're
Like
hating it.
I used to drive. I used to drive, bro.
How?
I used
I
to
don't get it.
drive, bro.
How'd you do it? How'd you do it?
You know, I
Damn.
mean, you
I,
know,
yeah.
just a little bit of Mary Jane. But
Well,
no,
you know
like,
what? That's what I used to do. That's
mhm,
what I used to do. I just cruise into traffic. You see all kinds of people in traffic. Because it goes real slow. It's like you're cruising.
mhm.
You know, it's stop and go, stop and go. You know, and, you know how to pass the time.
Already. I mean, and even if I couldn't do it then, I just wait till lunchtime. So after when I do it on lunch, I'm good. I
Yeah, there's
got
always time.
I got an hour lunch, so I'm like, I'm cool. I got an hour to do what the fuck I want. I'm great.
Hey, so how did you came across us?
Bro Sanchez actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I see Sir Drop in there. You know, I see Huey in there. I see a few other people in there. So I'm just be like, all
How,
right,
how,
I like me, like and I think it was like back earlier this year, I actually attended one of the panels and Huey and Sergio was on there, and so those are two guys that I mainly recognize from even the first time like I even attended the panel. But I've been watching.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah, but I've been watching Bro Sanchez for a while now, and then after
Like how
that,
long?
I just start like basically what Bro Sanchez did for me. It wasn't like he was just like teaching me so much. He was actually sharpening my tools, and he was reaffirming the questions and the research that I have done personally myself. And that's what gravitated me towards him. So what gravitated me towards you guys was, mainly you guys was on the panel, and it bothered me that so many people was like in there or was attending, but it was the same people on the panel, and I was just like, well,
It's because
these people
there's
get
certain
on the panel or like what's going on? Because like I would love to join in the conversation again, or whenever I can. So and a
the
lot
thing
of
is you gotta know when to chime in.
right.
That's the whole thing because they all compete for it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because
Mm-hmm.
it's not. If you look at the panel, it's nothing but big egos.
Mhm.
You know, so you competing with the voice there,
Mhm.
because some are louder and some are louder, you know, and you gotta yell.
Right. Right.
You gotta just to cut it, but everybody knows how to already. They already been doing panels, so they know how to chime in. Anybody who's new is like, damn, when should I go? Do I talk now, or I'll wait till you stop saying something? I'll just go in. And a lot of times they just go in at the same time, and whoever stop talking, they just stay, silent. You pull back, But yeah, they compete for that mic, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like that's what I don't understand. Like, if I know like if it's a platform or not necessarily platform. Hold on, let me reword that. If it's a circumstance to debate, okay, competition, let's go. Mano a mano, let me know. Let's go for this. I understand that. If we're coming through, building on information, um, and there is a subtle disagreement, that's cool for a disagreement. I don't mind a disagreement or someone disagreeing, and we can still move on to get forward or to get the point understood.
Yeah,
See, now,
exactly. That's
yeah, when the competition becomes disrespectful and to the point where we're chiming in and we can't even let the main person get the point understood, then it's more than competition. It becomes just like you said, ego. And I don't like resulting to that. I love having great general conversations with grown men, grown females, grown people.
you haven't seen nothing, bro.
I love communicating with people,
Wow.
and I don't it don't have to always come to an argument. Regardless if we are disagreeing, we can still disagree. To agree or not agree. At the end of the day, we still don't have to go at each other's necks to get our point across. You know.
Right. See, all that. Sometimes I think man, they do it on purpose.
Yeah.
They start yelling at each other.
Cloud.
But you haven't seen nothing. There's been worse times, but it has gotten a lot better. Actually, it has got us more like, not to sound gay or anything, closer.
Right.
you know. But yeah, because yeah, we just gotta catch ourselves. Uh, we have to learn to discern. That's the main thing that most of us don't do. Because you never know. I mean, a wise man knows that he doesn't know anything. You know what I mean? So you're always
Mhm.
learning. So I never take any information as stupid or regular. I go check it out. Simple.
Right.
You know. But a lot of time ego takes over the conversation. So
Mhm.
the real person is just sitting back and watching that ego just represent him. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
It's like they transform. They're like
Mhm.
superheroes. You know what I mean?
Right. And it's like I don't mind the ego,
Me
transforming
either.
because the ego is put there and built there to protect you. So like I
Yeah.
don't I don't I don't mind that. You know,
Mm.
what I do love within the aspect of is of not if when I can come or start as a disagreement with someone, which generally obviously form into an argument, but still
Mm.
can come formally
Don't be
to
afraid.
and
Don't be afraid to say it though.
and in a great conversation,
Yeah.
like okay, I agree on that. I see that. Bam, bam, bam. So
Mm.
now, we're basically now going off in a better perspective than we actually initially started on. So
Mm.
when you come out of a disagreeing and then coming to an agreement, and then you guys can build off that and still continue or gradually, grow from that. I think that's more beautiful as a, as flower blossoming. That's just amazing. Just that you can come from that negative to positive. You know,
That's
I-
exactly what we started doing. Is just we know we're not going to agree, so we just move on. You know, a lot of times there's words get exchanged, right?
Mhm.
And and some of us, we don't we keep our safe distance. This is just them doing their thing, and they'll get over it. They'll talk, and squash it. In other words, because they always do. They always do. No one keeps a grudge or anything like that. It's stupid. You know,
Mhm.
we're already old.
Right, right.
you know, like we can't act like children anymore. we can't run to our moms.
Facts.
You know. So yeah, it's good. But I watched you on Huey's panel. Yeah, was it like last week? I think it was, or 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Let's see. I forgot who else was there. Uh, Henry was. This is when he called um, fuck boy. You called him, or the son of Yahweh or something like
Yeah.
that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was like, no, he did. I was like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yeah. You
I ain't
know.
waiting for it to come off like that. Like that. That was
Yeah.
really
I was like,
disrespectful.
no, but you know
Like,
what? You did good. You did good. Just coming out and saying, I was wrong, which was
mhm,
great because that shows a lot of character in you. You
mhm,
know, and that's a big plus. You gain respect like that. You know what I mean? And because you got my respect right there. You know what I
mhm,
mean? Because okay, that's cool. He came out saying, but just he's not like that. That's cool. Yeah, sometimes it gets the best of us. And we say
mhm.
stupid shit. You know, because we run our emotions sometimes. But we all do that.
We
I'm
all do
guilty of that too.
stupid shit.
Yeah, for real, for real.
But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, my emotions got the best of me at that point. Like something really triggered me. Like it gave me a
No, it was the energy. It was the energy. Everybody's energy. And you just got caught in the whirlwind,
hmm
and you put your 2 cents.
Yep.
uh, yeah. No, but you know that I forgot his name, but whoa, he goes by Son of Yahweh. I
hmm
I always thought when I first heard it, like he's very different, like very very different.
hmm
It's just, and when he's talking about these words, the spells, like okay, I got everything what he was saying, you know, and just as some kid, didn't get it, they were getting mad at him, they started attacking him,
hmm
but because they heard him, but they weren't listening.
You were listening,
They
yeah.
they weren't listening.
hmm
And I was listening to everything. He was like, okay, I got it. And then he made an example of everybody. That's what it just made it more funny because I
hmm
was laughing like, wow, like they keep giving him the power. Like, stop giving
hmm
him the power. like he's telling you exactly what you're doing, but they weren't
Right,
listening. You know what I mean?
right.
But I mean, everybody gets get caught up like that. Get caught off guard. Some ways like, oh shit, you got me. Like you, you know, you
hmm
fed some bad energy. You said something you shouldn't have said. That it's not
hmm
you. Because
Right.
you didn't look the type. First, my observation to you, like you're like, what? Like he said that? Like you just, I was confused at first. Like they're like, really? He did? Like no, like it can't be. And then you come out and say like, about, like, oh, okay, okay, okay. So you get my respect right there. You know what I mean? Because most people don't do that. Most narcissistic people are just like, bug you, whatever, leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
The
I've
crazy thing is like, yeah, and I was an example of not listening to him or really not paying attention to him because I think there was a following live stream that
Mhm.
bro Sanchez did that he was on, and I think we started to go at each other, but then for some reason it kind of ceased because I think he said something and I kind of agreed on, and I just really didn't have nothing for him at that, and I was just like, hold on, this nigga got
When-
confused.
whenever he says something, pay attention. Pay attention because he makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
He makes a lot of sense because he thinks just like Huey does. Huey's
Mm-hmm.
been saying everything he's been saying for a long time, just people they weren't listening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because Huey has a certain way of expressing himself.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
When I, because when I first Huey, I couldn't hear anything because he used too much profanity, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. You know, that's
Mm-hmm.
just my opinion,
Yeah.
right? And this one time in Brother Sanchez's stream, I had put a comment up, and it was to Huey, say, you know, if you cut the cuss words, people will get your message, you know. And then Brother Sanchez went on his defense, you know. It just started talking smack, you know, say, oh, someone's telling you, he didn't say my name though, but I know he was talking to me. Someone said, you know, to watch the language and that, and he was saying, let him express. Like, yeah, he can express himself, but all the cuss words are covering his message. That was
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. That's what I was just trying to say because I was listening to what he was saying. That's why I was telling him if you cut the cuss words, people actually will listen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But he improved a lot on that. He's he's cuss less. You know,
Mm-hmm.
especially when he's doing his live. You know, but sometimes he's on a roll that he's on a zone that he's just But of course, but when he's on Brother Sanchez, he goes to his spiel. But the thing is, when he's not done with his spiel, people start interrupting him,
Something.
interrupting him because people he's reaching to his point. But see, people are not listening to his point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're already cutting off and they're not listening. They're only thinking about what they're gonna say. You
That's the
know?
thing. Like a
So
lot of people don't give a lot of people like that much respect to at least let them finish to the point. Like I can see like if it like and we really got to be honest because we know when the people that's really straggling on, but to the people who really kind of like is really getting to something, we really don't give them that room, to really get their point across. And that to me, I'm just like, yo, like we have to really do better because we can't really fully comprehend because we're not really getting the full picture of what this man is saying. And like I really was waiting to hear or to hear the finishing, points of what he was saying. But
yeah.
like every time I get cut off, and it's just like, yo, like, come on, yo,
And then
come on.
they started actually my opinion, this is my opinion, they were disrespecting him. They didn't let him finish. Like just let him like he only needed like maybe 30 more seconds and he was done.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right.
because I've heard his spiel. This is like when he comes in, he's doing his spiel like his intro, so everybody can know what he represents. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? So they never let him finish that day. I mean, I was kind of mad because like, man, they're just clowning him. They're not even letting him finish or what and he was putting a lot of like an
He
important
was,
message.
he was
You
spending
know,
some
this
shit. He
yeah,
was,
this is the time when Sancho was telling him that about the word black. You know what I mean? How
mm-hmm.
he was saying that we're not black, we're brown, this and that. It was that day when he went to the panel up there. You know, after he's doing stupid Sanchez bashing
Yeah,
for that
yeah,
week.
I remember.
For that week, that's funny. It's funny. I always laugh at these people that talk shit about him. Like he's a dumb. In my mind, I'm thinking he could have done just get the information. That's it. Who cares what he does?
Right.
Just get the information. That's it. The information was important. That's what I got. I've
Right.
been listening to Sanchez for like about 3 years now. So,
Yeah.
so I've seen this show. I mean, it's it's old videos, quality, the regular camera. Now he has dope equipment. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
His live pad looks sharp and everything nice. Production. He's come a long way to be a big channel. Because I
Yeah.
remember, when he went live, I mean, he didn't have like 300 people on there. He barely had like over 100. You know what I mean? But now he's reaching 500, 600 sometimes. It depends on the topic. You know.
Yeah. Depending on the topic, man, he be hitting some numbers. He really do be hitting some numbers. He be hitting like way more than that sometimes.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
like the crazy thing is like they be trying to fuck with bro Sanchez, man.
Oh yeah, all the time, all the time. You know.
Only thing I think out of just his strength of just him being him and doing what he do, he just be like fuck it, I'm gonna give the people what they want because we just been
Mhm.
behind him so much and
Yeah.
been supporting him. He
But
just
there is something about him that people try to figure out, or something shady about him. He does have something shady. I'll say that he
we
does.
we we all
But I don't want to talk about
I think
it.
we all
I
got
don't want to talk about
I think
it.
we all got that and
Yeah, we do. We do.
I think that's the part of us that's that plays the system that we don't unleash to people. You see what
Yes,
I'm saying?
yes, yes. Yeah. Mhm.
Because we don't want to unveil our plan. We don't want to do this shit. We don't want to da da da. But at the same time, it's like, no, just trust me. Pay attention. I got you. Da 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 da. But it's like just like with Brother Polite. I don't know how other people feel about him. I don't go behind what he do. I don't I'm not like how he with 5 wives and or 10 or da da da. I don't really.
Right.
That's that man's belief. That man's belief. But apart from that, from a lot of other shit from what he put out as towards credit and assets and other stuff, I took some of his advice and it worked for me. I can't even lie. I never went in and I never even paid for
Right.
anything, and I can still say what that man done or what that man said or his advice that was given. I still took that upon hand and I still utilized that, and it still helped me. I can say that.
Right. That's what you got to do. I used to follow the conscious community. I used to watch you know uh, Sarasudo City.
Right, right.
He's just a character. He's
Yeah,
good. I like watching him. I like
yeah.
watching him. You know, I used to watch Polite. But I used to also watch Phil Valentine. A lot
Mhm,
of his lectures are very informative. Very
mhm,
informative. He has a lot of videos that are very informative information.
mhm.
But I ain't gonna touch the flat Earth part.
Nah, I'm the
Yeah.
reason why I'm not gonna touch the flat Earth, and because I haven't really one proven the flat Earth. Two, I just feel that if I'm going to be in a group, I have to be prejudiced to anybody else. And that's the thing what I don't want to do is be prejudiced to anybody else walking into a situation assuming that's not
Hmm.
what I want to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Of course.
yeah, because when you're in a group, now you're with that group, so you have to go according to what that group believes, with how that group go by, or whatever that group consists to or conflict.
Right. Right. Right.
So
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing on that a lot of people confuse someone who's following somebody or somebody who subscribes to somebody.
right,
It's
right,
two different things.
two different.
I don't. like I don't follow Sanchez, for example. I don't follow him. I'm subscribed to him.
Perhaps him,
You
yeah.
know, I subscribe to him. You
Mhm.
know, but I don't follow him. You know,
Right,
I don't. You know, it's just like me. You just stay in your lane. That's pretty much simple. It's that. Just stay in your lane. You know, if somebody cut you off, please let them go. Just let them by.
right,
You know, give them the right of way. Give them the right of way.
right.
You know, it's quicker. You know, less headache, less stress. You
Mhm.
know, so yeah.
Right.
But I'm glad. I'm glad. People are waking up now because it's been years since I've seen people that didn't know anything and now they know a lot. You know what I mean?
Right,
After doing research, like doing your research, physical research. You know, not just like internet. You
right,
know, you gotta get out there.
right.
You know, experience. You know, that's the only way you get your wisdom. But yeah, that's
Mhm.
it. I'm about to turn in right now because it's already 12:30.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is cool. I like this build. Let's continue. We'll jump on whoever goes live next.
Right, right, right. No doubt, no doubt. I
You
appreciate
know,
you coming through. I appreciate the bill.
yeah.
It was
And
dope.
platforms, they gotta get a better connection or something. Go outside, stick your hand up, or
Right,
because your body's a conductor. Body's
mm,
a conductor.
right.
You know.
Exactly. That's just
So, anyways, yeah. Well, I gotta turn in. But yeah, this is a good talk. It will continue later. And
yes,
peace to the
sir. Yes,
chat, and
sir.
peace to love me more. All right. So I'll talk to you later then, bro. All right. Well, thanks for inviting me.
All right, no problem, man. Welcome anytime.
All right, man. Well, I'll see you on the other panels or chat rooms.
Sure.
All right. Peace, bro.
Peace. Yes, sir. I love those builds. I love respectful builds. I love any general conversation that's respectful. We could keep it, even as if there's a disagreement. It doesn't matter. I'm not here to make you believe something else. I'm not here to force you to believe something else. You know, if we're going to accord according to information, then we're not going off of belief. We're going according to information. So I don't really do all that. And I love genuinely coming from the heart and speaking rather than always going off some type of information that really have nothing to do with us. Just like me and the brother was discussing, or all of us usually discuss. So, you know, shit was dope. They probably gonna fucking do something because I was smoking on my shit, but I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. Yo, why you blocked from Sanchez? Uh, egg, eggplant, get back on the panel. I need to know why, like, you're blocked from Bro Sanchez. Like, what happened with that? Like, and I'd rather hear you through audio. John Levy is dope too. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who gets blocked? Like, I don't know. You probably must have pissed him off or something. You must have pissed him off or something. think I might play a little sample of a beat. Yo, you got a joke. I am not about to start with you. Oh, hey, hey. Bro Sanchez ain't the only one who make beats. It's not a shot. I'm just saying. Hey. Yeah, this beat's cool. He's like more like East Coast hip hop, kind of like he don't even really sound like he's from like Southern because he's from the South. You know, he probably got some of that, you know, lingo in in his grammar, but he talked like a conscious brother. So, you know, most of his beats are like more of like East Coast hip hop, which is I love actually. I love that aspect, like having a down south guy, you know, rapping on like East Coast type beats, so you know, like sample type beats, you know, it's dope. I like that style. I got you. My fault.
Hey,
Yeah, what up?
I've been trying to figure out this thing about on Sanchez. Like I never went on his panel, but I was in his chat a lot, and I was all in the chat, like sharing knowledge and shit like that, eh? And then, you know, like I was conversing with some people in the chat, and then I was still conversing with them at some point, and they weren't responding. Like I was typing in stuff into the chat, and going up to me, it wasn't getting snatched out, and I wasn't being blocked. I mean, I wasn't being hidden by anybody or timed out by anybody. And I could see my chat going in there. But then I would go and watch the video later, and all my chat was gone. You understand?
Yeah.
So it was like some kind of a shadow.
Let me get this.
It was some kind.
So basically, when you was going through during the video when it was live and you was chatting, nobody was responding because obviously it seemed like nobody was seeing your chat. So when you reviewed it, when you after the video was live and you went back, you didn't see your chats revealed, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
So it was some kind of a shadow block or something. But it was obvious that Sanchez could see what I was saying. because on say a couple days later, he would be talking about what I was putting in the chat.
Well, did he mention you? Because he usually mentioned people. He usually mentioned people.
No,
People say some things.
no, he didn't.
He
He
usually.
was talking about what I was talking about, but he wasn't mentioning me.
Mm.
So I think that was Sanchez hiding my house.
Or it
Because
could
he
have been
would
a
be talking about
mod
what I was
doing
talking
that.
about a
Because
couple days later.
I mean, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong or anything or challenging or going against it.
No,
What I
I'm
do.
just telling you what I'm I'm not telling you my opinion on anything. I'm just telling you exactly what happened.
What happened? Yeah, yeah, I get that. I respect that. I respect that. Um, that's why I'm saying like it could. I'm not sure. You know, like I wouldn't say. Well, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't because I wasn't in that predicament. So, um, I would say what I know from experience. Even if there was the disagreements, because I know at one point I know I said something on Bro Sanchez chat, and he kind of like disagreed with me. But I don't think it was like, something, to block or anything. I think if it was anything that he would say that he would kind of debunk what anybody say. He usually say their name. Um but again, I wasn't there, so I can't say that was particular for this situation. Um um are you still currently blocked from his channel now?
I don't watch his channel
Mm,
anymore. Sometimes I watch it just for a laugh. Like
mm-hmm,
I watch the chat and I watch what the mods are doing,
mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of humorous.
I would say literally it probably could be his mods because a lot of his mods do like I mean, if it depends how or what you said, maybe probably kind of like went across of what he was like at that point was like, if anybody's on some disrespectful shit, cursing or doing this, get them out. And, you probably said something, and Ahmad was probably like, up, block. And that probably could have been, or it could have been a different situation. I'm not saying, but I know how they mods act because I kind of I sit and I watch sometimes even before I come in and I chime in. I kind of sit and look what's going on, and their mods do be bullying a little bit. But I mean, again, it could be something else. It could be what
Okay,
you're saying. It could
yeah,
be.
yeah. That what you're talking about would be like on a single video basis. But once I was blocked in that manner,
Mm-hmm,
same after that. I would go to the channel and I'd type in stuff in the chat, the
mm-hmm.
first thing I type in, and then I'd go watch the video and the chat would not be there. My chat wouldn't be there.
Oh, so you was blocked from multiple videos besides just that one.
All of his videos,
All of them.
all of his channels.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's some kind of a shadow blocking where he can see what I'm saying, but nobody else can. So that's like him being a gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever get on a panel with him and have like
No,
a discussion, or was it just like you and
never,
it? chats.
Just in the chat.
Just in the chat.
Yeah. And he was earlier on, he was right on, he was interested in what I was saying. And you know, it was adding to the discussion, I thought. And then there was a couple videos where he was doing some crazy bullshit, like he was putting up this like some kind of a 3-dimensional tesseract, and it was like some kind of a 3-dimensional thing, like, and to me, I just got the feeling right away that that thing was nasty. Like staring at that thing was damaging.
Tesseract?
Tesseract. Like a
Tesseract.
cube, a cube within a cube, and it was like going in and out, and I'm going, no, don't look at that.
Like one of the toroidal fields he usually shows, something like that.
There was just one thing in particular, and he just had it up there, and it was like kind of a nebulous topic they were talking about, and everybody was going, wow. And I'm going, no, don't look at that.
Peace out. Only the wise is peacing out. So I'm saying peace out to only the wise. Have a good night. Peace and love.
Thanks, Misael. Only the wise.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But I think a couple other people experienced that too. Like I noticed a couple of people that were in the chat, I couldn't see their stuff anymore either. So it was kind of like some people got put into that category. So I was under the idea that Sanchez has handlers.
Mm.
And he's allowed to put out certain information, but not allowing people to go any further with that information, so they would stay on his channel. You know, he didn't want people going to other channels if they're watching him. Like he would say, Richie from Boston is a Mason. He doesn't do anything. He just drives around. You know, I don't know if you've ever watched Richie from Boston.
No, I mean I don't, but I know Bro Sanchez always shout out other people's channels as well, especially Sarnetta's too.
Mm-hmm.
He always shout out people's channel. He don't always be like, "Oh no, don't go to him because they da da da." I mean, I do hear him say that, but he do like forward people to other people's channel as well, and you know,
yeah, certain channels. But he was slamming Richie from Boston, and Richie from Boston professes to be a Christian, but I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I'm still interested in what he's putting out. Like he's putting out a lot of good stuff about you know, information like with the chemtrailing and NASA lies and stuff like that. Important stuff about what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know, man, because usually when I watch the videos of Bro Sanchez, you know, and it's depending on if it's a certain topic or it's a free, free call or free panel. It's usually like a free fall. It is what it is, and unless there's a certain
Well,
topic that's being discussed.
I
And
got the impression kind of a roundup his channel. Like he wanted me to email him, and I never want to put my email in a chat or anything like that, eh? And he was encouraging me to put my email in and come up on the panel and debate him or something like that.
mm-hmm.
And I never did want to put my email in the chat. That's just one of my rules for myself.
Did you want to debate him at that time?
No. I would disagree by putting something in the chat, and then he'd be, I'll challenge anybody who disagrees with my information.
So why did you put your email in the chat?
I didn't.
So what happened? Like, how did your email get in the chat? Or
no, I never put my email in the chat, but he wanted people to put their email in the chat, and I didn't want
to join the panel, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he wanted, people to join the panel. And did you think specifically he wanted you to join the panel?
I don't know. Like he would never mention my name. One time he mentioned my name. One time he timed me out one time because he was doing a video about Papa Legba, and and I was saying, "What are you doing? Are you advertising this now?" That's what I was saying, eh? And I put, "Please take down homo pic." I was kind of losing it a little bit, and I put, "Please take down homo picture." and he timed me out. He mentioned my name. He said, "A call out to so and so. I'm timing you out because of that." I thought it was kind of a petty thing to do, eh? Like if I'm putting something that can be construed as homophobic or something, like there was all kinds of stuff being put in there compared to what I put in there, like all kinds of crazy offensive, I might even have put LOL, please take down homo, because he was talking against what he had the picture of, right? And then I was saying, you say you're talking, basically not in verbatim, but I was saying, suggesting that the premise of his video was disagreeing with this, but advertising it at the same time.
Okay.
And a lot of the stuff was pseudo shit, eh? It didn't make any sense, but I find that a lot listening to these streams. Like somebody would just say some nonsense, and then somebody would say, "Yeah, that's deep," but it just didn't make any sense to me.
What was he saying that didn't make sense to you? If that's only if you can, tap back into that time at this moment. It's no biggie if you can't remember.
Well, it's like he was trying to dazzle people with stuff, that they didn't understand. Like, I'm not going to agree with something that I don't understand. And I thought that's what people were doing there.
Okay, but check this out. Check this out. If you peep something, right, that's giving people information that's misleading people to a whole different understanding that they don't understand. And let's just say, you say something about it and nobody listens to you. Then at
He
that
seemed
point,
like
hold on, just
a cult.
yeah, okay, then it's cool. It's cool. If you peep all that and you see all that, then why worry about it after you say something and nobody listens to you?
Well, I didn't want him misleading people. That's all.
Right.
And I thought he might be misleading maybe some younger, more impressionable people.
Right.
Like even to the point of, if it's about suicide and they watch a certain Bro Sanchez stream, when they're in that state, they might do it. Like, he'd say stuff like, I can't wait to die, or something like that. Like, this place is fucked up. I can't, I want to get out of here, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You get me?
Yeah. Okay, so check this out. So you believe he was misleading people with the information that they didn't understand, right? So did you correct the information, and did you have a source to lead the people to the correct information?
No, because I just couldn't relate to what he was saying. It just seemed I don't know, it just seemed cult-like, to follow something that you don't understand. And I didn't understand it. And I disagreed with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is
So it
not a
seemed,
crime. I mean, it's not a crime, for you to disagree with something you don't believe in. Um, I'm just basically saying that, um, kind of like in this day and age, if you're challenging a teacher, you would have to, state your claim, and you would have to state your evidence, regardless if you disagree or not. You still have to have something to back your information up um if you're debunking, like they say, or challenging information. And I think that's what things are really being led to. And I don't think it was something to say, follow this, if you don't understand it. And a lot of people might follow things that they don't understand, or they might understand. You never really know until experience, or have that conversation, with that person and stuff. So you really don't want to really go and assume even if you still have the, objection or thought of thinking that, this person might be misled, even, you still have to at least have that conversation with that person to see their views and where they're coming from, to understand, why they believe that, or why they resonate with, what he was saying. um it's not, I think, we're all out here trying to give, certain amount of information, to lead us to some kind of truth. I think what a lot of these channels, are really doing is setting a foundation of research, you know, and they're teaching the research. And at the same time, it's not for you to take it for face value, but it's for you to also do the research as well, so you can put two and two together. So you can say, okay, this person said this, and I actually did the research, and the research says this. Yeah.
Yeah, well, as far as I can tell you that I don't believe in the globe anymore, and outer space is fake and NASA is cartoons.
Right.
Like, I'm in line with Sanchez on that.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like he has the ego where he wants people to think that he's the only guy where they can get any of this truth from, when there's other channels that are like, that's another thing that I was doing. I was putting other channels in there, and he didn't want people to go to another channel and stop watching his, when he'd have like a 5 or 6 hour stream with very little good new information, just rehashing all the old stuff. And yeah, and that's where I saw Huey and Sir Drop. That's where I first started listening to them, because they were interesting, and they were like, with their insights, unique insights. I could see that in them, and it seemed like him, the time there when he was giving other guys the time, like he would give what's his name there,
Like he was selective.
yeah, and he was giving a guy like what's his name again? Oh, Zone.
Yeah.
Zoned Out TV. He was giving him all kinds of airtime, and Zone was pushing all the Freemasonry stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I had an argument with him on Red Squid X, and yeah, he was putting up the Freemasonry stuff and the Merkabas and stuff like that, and I recognized it as some nasty stuff that what do you call it? Occult stuff. Yeah, occult. That's what he was pushing. Occult. And I'm totally against that.
I can say he's been exposing the occult. So,
Okay,
pushing the
exposing
occult
it,
and exposing
exposing it,
like
and promoting it at the same time, like putting it out there, like you say, maybe to offering it out there for somebody to agree or disagree with it, right?
But his videos are still
on the face.
a lot of his videos be even getting took down and flagged, or by YouTube. Like they literally like really be going after him. So it's like I don't think they would allow him to put out information, but then disallow him to reveal the information. Like that
So,
doesn't make
so
sense.
also, it might have been actually YouTube or agents that were coming after me, because I've been on other streams where I would post a link in the chat and it would be snatched out automatically. I put a link to an interesting video in there and boom, it would be gone. It's like I was some kind of a target being watched by the AI or whatever.
Yeah, because they watch. The thing about it is they're watching the chats, and the most thing that they watch are links, because those are the things that's being posted in chats. Because once the discussion happens and links and stuff start getting posted, then the links are starting to get blocked and whatever. So they're starting to censor a lot of the links. But I would really like to say this of bro Sanchez, and not even really just to back him up. This is just really a personal experience I know, and he did a video on it. Remember in the beginning of December, this past December, when Juice World died, or passed from the seizure, he did a video on that. Well, I was the person that forward him that video of the symbolism of
Sorry, you
Nipsey
cut out now.
Hussle.
I can't hear
Oh,
you now.
all right, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Damn it.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can see that your sound is working, but I can't hear you now.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Maybe I'll leave and come back.
Yeah, try that. All right, YouTube, don't be fucking with me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Oh, that sucks. I don't think he can hear me.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
Oh, there. Looks like, yeah, it looks like our
can you hear?
sound is working, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, sound is working, but
See, this
yeah, I
could be
guess you can.
something they're doing right now, even.
Yep.
I really wanted to hear what you were going to say there about the fella dying and you were the guy something. Damn.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'll try leaving again.
Wait, hold up.
Sorry.
Can you hear me now? All right. Man, they fucking with my shit. You. Nah, he can't
Say
hear.
something. Nope, I can't hear you.
No, I know you.
Can't hear you again.
This sucks.
Yeah.
They silenced me.
Let's see if I can post something in the chat. God damn it.
This is whack. They muted me. They muted me. How y'all gonna mute the host? That sucks.
I can't even hear you on the YouTube anymore.
Yup, they
You on the YouTube anymore. I can't
silent.
even hear you on the YouTube anymore.
Yup, they.
You on the YouTube.
I can
Sure
hear
you're
me.
not. No, you wouldn't
I
be
can hear
muted.
me on the YouTube, but they pretty
I
much
see your
silent.
mouth moving, but I can't hear you.
That shit suck.
Yeah, you're not muted because I can see your icon moving.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Shit.
Anyway, I do have weirdos following me around when I go to the store here too. Seems like a lot of these weirdos that follow me in the store, they have red hair and dull green eyes.
Mm.
It's always assholes watching me around here too.
Man, this suck. They got me silenced on my own shit.
Fuck. Just wondering if you can still hear me.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Have a good one, bro. Yeah, we'll talk to you tomorrow. I don't have any content, by the way. Thinking about putting up a vid.